Afternoon, folks. Here we are again, sitting in traffic. Figured out today, one reason traffic is so bad, other than the fact that we've got all the schools on the same stretch of road, they're doing some kind of construction out on 169 out in front of Lowe's, so they got a red light set up, stoplight, whatever you want to call it. So I guess everybody's rerouting, headed out this way in front of our shop, thinking that's going to be a shortcut for them. Boy, did they get a surprise. It definitely ain't no shortcut. Probably better off to sit there and wait on that stoplight to let you through. But yeah, we're moving now, slowly but surely. Anyway, this is a daily occurrence for us, and it's weird because some days depending on what time we leave the shop, we leave at 4 o'clock every day, but that's our quitting time. But if you wait, so we hang out at the shop and leave at 5 minutes after 4 instead of 4, you might zip through here and not have to stop. You wait till, for whatever reason, 10 after, you'll be stuck here. Like today, it's 15 after 4, and it's backed up. Just depends on, well, I really don't know what it depends on. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. But I know I've talked about working at Dairy Queen, Druthers, a little bit about my time in the construction trades. Worked with a band. I was in a band at one time. I don't know if anybody remembers them or not, but Hasty Street. The original members were Tony and Wes Mills, Will Adams, Jason, for the life of me I can't remember, Jason Kirby, and Bobby Dooley. And then at some point in time we threw Tim Hubbard in the mix. Then we've had several different people. in the band at different times throughout the times we were playing. And man, you talk about some good times back then. That was good times back then. You talk about getting into some shenanigans, boy. I remember back in the day, I don't know if anybody out there remembers the old Maverick Club in Richmond. I don't even remember the name of the street that it's on, but if you know the Maverick, you know where it's at. We played there 6 nights a week, and I really didn't play in a band. I was their roadie, sound and pyro technician, and sound guy, roadie. That stuff's kind of self-explanatory. Pyro technician, now that's where the excitement comes in. Somewhere along the way, these geniuses figured out how to rig up pyrotechnics, and it was plain and simple. Just we had 2 pieces of a black iron pipe, 3/4, maybe an inch round, not even bigger than an inch round, about 10-12 inches tall. Had 2 holes drilled in the bottom of it, not all the way through at an angle, and had it set and welded to probably about a 6x6 maybe metal plate. And the way we done the pyrotechnics is we would put, everybody's familiar with gunpowder, Pyrodex. We would put a cap full of Pyrodex in each one of those tubes, and a piece of napkin or a piece of cloth of some sort, tap it down with a screwdriver, and we had 2 electric wires run through those 2 parallel holes at the bottom of that pipe. Bare electric wires now, mind you. This is how we did this back in the day. We probably go to jail for it now. Once again, I can talk about this now. We'd run an extension cord, literally an extension cord, 25 foot or 50 foot or whatever, I don't remember what, and take a pair of wire strippers, peel the wire back, put those 2 pieces of naked wire in those 2 little holes at the bottom, dump the Pyrodex in, tap it down, like I said, with a napkin, usually about a cap full of Pyrodex. Tap it down with a screwdriver or a dowel rod or whatever, the napkin, whatever, tap it down real good and tight. Had it run over to a power strip. Well, certain times of the night during certain songs, you know, I knew my cues. I also run the fog machine, the stage lights, all from the side over here, off to the side, to the right, left, stage right, stage left, where, you know, where we're set up at, and the sound. You know, I needed, you know, 2 hands, 2 feet going on that long. But anyway, pyro, we would literally, you know, like I said, I knew what my cues in a certain song were. And I had it plugged into a power strip, separate from the lights and the fog machine. It was just specifically for pyro, like a switch, a rocket switch. That's what we eventually went to. It started out, it was a power strip. And certain, I'd hit the power, and it would send an electric current through that extension cord, through those 2 little holes in the bottom of that pipe, and it would set off that pyro, the pyrodex. And it would sound like an absolute cannon going off. I mean, it would rock the floor under your feet if you were standing close to it. I remember one night, I think it was at the Maverick, now that I got to thinking about it. We were playing the Maverick, and you know, we got to a certain part of the song, and I set it off, and with a very loud bang, boom, bang, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, when the band went on break, they politely informed me that I needed to up it a little bit, make it a little bit more extravagant, you know, a little bit more noise, a little bit more power. I said, okay. I said, y'all want me to up the ante on this? I think I put about 1.5 caps, or maybe even 2 caps of Pyrodex, run the wires. You know, 1.5 caps, maybe even 2 caps of Pyrodex. Tapped it down real good and tight, run it over, hooked it up. Next time around, it come time for me to blow the pods. That's what we called them. I set that son of a bitch off, and it blowed the ceiling tiles out on above them on the stage. I mean, literally, there was pieces of ceiling tile just went everywhere. And the guys were in the band like, oh, yep, that's good. That's what we want every time. So that's the way I loaded the flame pods every time, and it would shoot a flame up above the pod, probably a good 2 foot. Like I said, now we'd probably get arrested for that shit. We'd probably go to jail, because there was no way that it was regulated or whatnot. But like I said, that was some good times. Blowing shit up. Wouldn't believe how many sets of speakers we blowed up doing that. Not the pyrotechnics didn't blow speakers up. We blowed speakers up, running too much power through them. And like I said, I don't know if anybody out there remembers Hasty Street back in the day, but they were some of the loudest. For them to be a country band, they believed in being loud, brother. I mean, it was loud. Just another facet of my life, another lifetime ago. I kind of miss those days. Yeah, we had some good times, Hasty Street. And, you know, they all went on. You know, we all ended up going our separate ways. You know, some of us moved away to different places. Some of them joined different bands. Some of them formed their own bands. Tim's had 2 different bands since then. Tim Heller and Sugarcane. They did a lot of country music, a lot of his original stuff. And anybody that follows him, he's still one of my best friends ever. Thank the world of that guy. And he's also one of the guys I worked with when I worked with Thompson Engineering Company. Me and him's we've had some real adventures, working together, playing music together. Like I said, he had the band Tim Heller and Sugarcane. They were right up there, one of the best bands around for that ever. That kind of went to the wayside. Now he's got another band, and anybody that follows him knows it's called Rock of Ages, and they do 80s, 90s, early 2000s rock and roll, some 70s rock and roll, and they're good, damn good. I mean, they're good at what they do. Tim actually started out playing rock and roll. I'm gonna throw this out there because I know he's probably gonna see this video on one other of my channels. But Tim Heller started out playing rock and roll back in high school, kind of heavy metal rock and roll, you know, if that's what you want to call it back in the day, with with a band called Layden. Like I said, he's probably gonna give me hell for mentioning that, but that's where he got his start. Yeah, cover band called Layden, L-A-D-E-N, and those guys were damn good too. I ain't gonna lie, you know. And I knew Tim all back then, and it's weird because you know we were the same age, ran around the same town all through high school and whatever, but we ran with different circles, so we never really got to hang out much until we started working together at Thompson Engineering. But yeah, I gotta cut this off. I gotta get off here. This video's 10 minutes long. They probably won't let me post this. They'll probably edit it. But anyway, that's my rambling on daily observation video for today. And as always, stay safe. God bless, and I will be talking to you folks.